Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. How's everyone doing? As y'all can see, I'm letting my beard grow out a little bit. I hate the initial phases of growing out a beard because it just looks dirty and bummy. But, like I always say, it doesn't matter how it looks, it matters how it makes you feel. And in my case, I like it, so I'll take it. Um, Today, I want to do a quick video and I want to talk about perspective, or more than perspective, perhaps we could say what we choose to focus our consciousness on. When I choose to focus my consciousness on something, I form a dispositional representation in my prefrontal cortex. What does that mean? The brain is divided in three basic areas. If we look at it from an evolutionary standpoint, you have the back parts of the areas that lie in the base of the brain. These control hormone production, breathing, heart rate, etc. Then you have one above. This is going to be called the limbic system. The limbic system is more in charge of emotions. Emotions understood as the change of baseline body state that urges the organism to do something to restore that balance. And then you have the prefrontal cortex. The prefrontal cortex is the most evolutionary advanced part of the human brain, and it basically developed to help us keep track of our intricate social systems. Okay, but just like that. So the way that it's built, we have the reptile brain, the base of the brain. Then on top of it, we have the limbic system, and then on top of that, we have the prefrontal cortex and those areas. But what I wanted to accentuate in this explanation is that all the parts are connected between them. So when we focus our attention on something, we form an image. Dispositional representation is fancy nerd speak for an image in the prefrontal cortex, but that image is attached to other parts of our brain and can thus have effects on other parts of our brains and organism. So when I focus on the fact that I have to be at work tomorrow at 6:45 a.m., that creates an image in my brain and it creates emotions in my body that are not so positive. And those emotions are reflected in changes in heart rate, in changes in respiration, in changes of even sweat from our pores, because that little image is connected to all the downstream areas of the brain. So that's the scientific explanation. Sorry about that. It cut, and I'm just going to put the two videos together because I don't want to re-record it. Anyways, that's the scientific explanation about how our thoughts can influence different aspects of our well-being. So, having said that, it would make sense that we would want to focus our thoughts on those things which create states of being that are more conducive for us to get the stuff done that we need to get done on a daily basis. And this might seem like wishful thinking, and in a way it is, but it's all about, like, okay, how can I explain this? Hard things need to be done, always, okay? But in order to do those hard things, you have to be in a state of being that is energized. And that's why it's important to focus at least on some good aspect of that hard thing, or an ultimate goal which that hard thing is directed towards, that will put you in a more positive state of being so you can actually do that thing that sucks ass. You know what I mean? Okay. And with this, I want to give two stories. So there's this story that I like telling, and I call it the story of the fox and the test. When I was younger, I don't want to say young because I'm still young, but when I was younger, like in my early 20s, I had this massively difficult accounting test one Monday morning. I can remember. I had been studying for it for weeks and weeks and weeks. And the day of the test, I woke up a little bit earlier and went for a run around the mountain areas of the city that I used to live in at that time. The run was early, yes, like around 5:30, and as I was coming back into the city, I noticed a small fox. It was the first time that I had seen a fox on that trail in all my runs that I had been living there. I had already been living there for about 2 years. I had never seen one. And I thought to myself, okay, this could be a sign from the universe or a sign from God that I'm actually going to do really good on this test and that I'm covered, I'm supported. I don't have to worry. Or this could just be a fox because I woke up especially early that day and I just saw it while I was jogging. But which of those thoughts puts me in a better state of being for me to go and take that test? Thought number one, baby, 100%. And that's exactly what happened. I logically knew that it would have been very difficult for God to put that fox in front of me. But I decided to believe it anyways because that put me in a more energized and a more confident state of being. I hate to repeat it so many times, but it's true to take that test. I took it and I nailed it. I nailed it because I believed that something was supporting me. And that's what I want y'all to do. I want you all to focus on those thoughts that put you in a state of being that's more conducive to productivity, well being, and peace. And to take out of your minds those that don't. Reality is reality, and we'll have to deal with it eventually. But I much rather deal with reality believing that something is with me, holding my hand and guiding me towards success, than if it was all up to me, if that makes sense. And with that, I wish you all a great day. Book recommendation of the week. Let's do The Way of Integrity by Martha Beck. Martha, if you ever listen to one of my videos, I'm a huge, huge fan. I love you. I wish that we could have beer, coffee, and I can be a part of your throuple. I'm not even attracted to you, but still, just to be close to you. Anyways, bye guys. Love you.